If you think of your overall worldview as a house, what is one of foundation a belief that the rest of your house is built upon? Uh, I would say the foundation of my house is the belief that everything in life has a reason, even if we don't understand it at the time. This belief give me my strength to deal with challenge because I think every situations teach us sometimes and help us grow. I think this.
Okay, thank you, Fabio. And you, Mateus.
So, number one, it's a deeply question, but for me, I think it would be religion, Christianity. I don't know what say this word, but uh, because I was raised this way and I can see many good things I learned from it. I know that religion also has some not so good sides, but I believe in the principles are very important in my life. So for me, is that.
Very nice. Thank you, Mateus. And you, Lucas.
Oh God, so hard question.
God has to do with this kind of question, I believe.
Oh God. Um, if I imagine in my worldview as a house on the foundation's belief would be that understanding and the empathy are essential to navigate life. Everything else, how I interpret informations, make decisions, and relate to others rests on the idea that trying to truly understand the perspective, experience, and the emotions is the key to growth and the connections. Without that foundations, the rest of the house would be unstable. Yeah.
Okay, different point of view about this question. Um, well, usually this kind of question, people think more about religion, and um, I it's hard to me to connect with religions in general because I'm not so a religion person. Although I was grown as you, Mateus, in a Christianity environment, let's say that way, because all my family they are Catholics, and but after I grew up, I kind of separated from the side of my family, so I'm not so as religion as I was when I was younger. So basically, I'm going to give a different answer to this question, which is I believe my most important foundation to my house is maybe curiosity, because I was very curious person since I was very young, and this trace of personality is still endures until today. So I think this this is the foundation, because everything comes from this curiosity that I have for everything, all my tastes, the things that I studied, not today, but in the past, the places where I work. I had the opportunity to work, for example, in companies that I always wanted to work in a way, in a specific area. So it started with a curiosity to understand how things works about this area, which was the financial markets. And from this, I got an internship in a company that I wished to work there. And after that, I grew up in my career, etc. Today, I work with something completely different. But the root of the that everything happening in my life, for good and for bad, came from curiosity. So maybe this is the most preeminent trace of personality about me. So I'm going to pick this one. Okay, let's go ahead to question number 2. Please, Mateus, could you read an answer for us, please?
Okay. Number 2, when you form a new belief, what is generally more important to you? Having a logical evidence and facts, or having a strong sense or faith and intuition. Oh, for me, I think the belief we have are often passed to us by our parents during the childhood, for example. And many times they are most about intuition or faith than something really proven. Oh, I don't know. There are many situations, but nowadays I try to research more, look for a search, and see if it makes sense before I put into the practice. Now I think that way.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Mateus. And what about you, Lucas?
Whoa, for me, logic and the factual evidence take priority, but not absolutely. I try to strike a balance, like I believe to have a rational is correctly rational basis is correctly, yeah, rational basis with concrete data on experience to support it, but I also recognize the values of nossa, intuição. Fugiu a palavra intuition, sorry. Especially in complex um, um, I try to pronounce the word uh, unprecedented. I don't know it's correctly. Situations, we here pure logic cannot yet provide the clean answers intuition. Oh my God! Intuitions often guides me to explore possibilities that evidence alone might overlook, and sometimes it serves as an early signal to investigate for further. Ultimately, I see beliefs as most robust when they integrate reasons and insight, allowing flexibility to adapt as a new information or our experience emerges. Yeah. I don't know, eu não sei se conseguiram entender, mas that's it.
A deep question, a deep answer for a deep question. Yeah, I don't know if it's only happening with me, but your webcam is it's kind of
Yeah, for me too.
getting glitches from the Matrix. I don't know. Your time now, Fabio.
Okay, I'm so fast in the question. For me, the two complete each other. I like having evidence and the facts to support the idea, but I also believe that Intuition guides much of our choice. When there is a balance between reasons and hurt, I feel more confident in my belief. I think this.
If you could split into percentages, uh, how would you divide intuition and logical from your decisions, Fabio?
In my particular case, uh, 15, 17% in intuition and 3, como é que o pessoal fala 30 em inglês? Eu esqueci agora.
30.
13 in logic. But my intuition is is no totally random. My intuition is alicerçada in my experience.
Okay, okay, nice. Well, unfortunately, I have a very bad intuition in general, so I have to be more evidence-based person than intuition person because I don't know. Uh, Usually, I'm a very rational person, and because of this, sometimes I feel like this lack of uh not be so rational. It's bad for taking specific decisions about specific parts of my life, especially more personal matters. Uh, but in general, I would say that at least 80% of my decisions are more evidence-based than intuition.
For example, you don't smell a liar,
A liar.
a liar.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I'm a terrible liar, I think.
No, sorry. My question is bad. Uh, Você não consegue sentir um cheiro de um mentiroso?
Um, uh, I don't know. I think no.
Ok, ok.
For example, when I'm watching a movie and sometimes people say, "Oh, this plot was so obvious. I discovered what was going on in the first third of the movie," and I always think it wasn't obvious to me. I
Ah,
think it was a good plot.
no, no. This movie is different. The movie, the way logic and uh, script
Yeah.
is real life is more different.
Yeah, yeah. So imagine if a movie I have sometimes difficult to take these big clues that are provided to who are watching a movie. Sometimes I have this difficult to pick this, imagine in real life. So
Okay.
I have some difficulty sometimes with this because I don't know. I think I don't have a good intuition in general, unfortunately, because I think it is a powerful feature for everyone, especially to take difficult decisions in your personal life. So I try to categorize everything and put it into boxes, and sometimes it's not as easy or logical to judge some stuff in my life. I don't know. So I think I am the opposite from you, Fabio.
Okay, okay, no
70%.
problem. No problem.
Um, I believe everyone answered this, right? This one? Question number 2. So go ahead, Lucas, please. Question number 3. Read and answer for us.
Yeah, we often surround ourselves with people in the media that confirms what we already believe. Why is it so comforting to have our beliefs ever for reinforced? I think it's comforting because it confirms our world view and reduce cognitive dis, eh, quis falar uma palavra difícil, ai. Eu quis falar, até fugiu. Enfim, that uncomfortable feelings when some things we believe might be wrong, when we encounter people or informations that agree with us, you will feel validated, secure, and sense of belonging, which keep your identity stable. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Lucas. What's your view on this, Mateus?
Number three, all right? Number three.
Yes, correct.
Okay. I think for our ego, we humans suffer from this. We always want to evaluated by other people and care about what they think of us or our actions. So I'm not exclude from this, but I see it as nature difficult in how we deal with in these situations. I think it's about our ego.
Could you give an example of a situation that you tried to avoid being reinforced about a belief or uh, specific knowledge about something?
It's difficult. There are many situations, but I don't know. For example, in politics, I don't know, and religion too. In For example, in social media, it's kind of much more affected by this after I don't know 2020. I don't know. For example, in politics, our most popular things, uh, with people talking about it, about this, and it's I don't know, it's turning a popular thing, and everyone has have a opinion about this. So I think that politics and religion.
Two topics really easy to discuss, right? Religion and politics.
Yes, it's difficult, and people have a much uh, a lot of opinion about this, so it's a difficult topic.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Um, well, and answer the question number three. I try to avoid, for example, if I studying, not studying, but trying to understand a specific topic that's happening right now around the world. For example, a war. I search on YouTube for a podcast discussing this matter, and try to see some kind of debate di- between people from uh, opposite views from this topic, because I think it's more productive if you want to try to understand both sides of the thing, uh, and it helps me to not be influenced by just one side of the story. It's not easy because you have another thing that I like to do is to read the comments about everything. It's if it's about a podcast or a video about specific topic that I'm watching. For me, it's important to read feedbacks about what is being told on the video. And usually I talk more about YouTube in this case because I like to consume videos from YouTube because usually they are longer and give more context about the topic that you are watching about. And it's more, you have a few, a little bit more depth on the theme. So that's my television basically nowadays. It's YouTube, and the way I try to avoid being influenced by the side that I feel more comfortable about a specific thing is trying to see these kind of debates involving the two or three sides of the usually are just two sides of the story, but uh,
It's very important do this because it's more comfortable for us to stay at our bubble. So
totally.
it's a more comfortable stay here, and I like to watching some videos on YouTube. Uh, I I have my opinion, I have my belief, but I can listen to all, and okay, it's okay. It's not uh, wrong way. Uh, it's just two sides, and it's okay.
Yeah, it doesn't mean in my case that I'm trying to uh, be reinforced or not in my thesis about this topic, but understand that the usually I already have a view and one side to pick, and I'm trying to not to go to the other side, but at least being questionable. How to say that? Questionado. I don't know how to say in English. And and see if what I believe is strong or not, or have weak points that I wasn't paying attention. So for me, that's the most important thing to see what are the weak spots of my beliefs and see if it makes sense or not, or if I was wrong about a topic or not. So that's the most important thing to me. Okay. What about you, Lucas? I talked a lot about this question, but what to see what you're going to talk about it.
Sorry, question number?
3.
A, a answer. Já respondi.
Oh. Sorry. You answer, I think I answer after, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, it makes sense. And it's because Mateus replied me a little bit, and in my mind, he answered this question before me, but not the case, right? Mateus, you didn't answer. Go ahead. So, Mateus.
No, I answered two, the number three.
Yeah, it's my turn. The answer the
Yeah,
question.
turn up, Fabio.
I'm totally confused today. Sorry. Go
No
ahead, Fabio.
problem. I believe it's because it's give us a sense of security and belong when other people think so like us will feel like we're not alone or wrong. This boosts self esteem and reduce the fear of following an uncertain or unusual path. I think this.
Okay, okay. Fabio, go ahead and read and answer the next one for us, please.
Okay.
Question number 4.
Question number 4. Can you think of a time when you had to defend one of your strong beliefs in a discussion? What was that experience like? This is hard. Yes, I've had that. It has a intense experience because when we defend is sometimes important to us, when engaged emotionally and firmly. At the same time, it's a challenge to remain calm and listen to the other person and not turn the conversation into a personal conflict. For me, this is it.
Can you give me an example of a situation like this that happened recently with you?
The recent no is more pass for me. The discussion of religion. I know a religion person, but I don't like the dumb arguments. Uh, uh, in case I defend the cristianismo, que seria o cristianismo? É porque eu não lembro qual o nome da religião do meu amigo. Mas, enfim, na questão eu defendi a religião dele porque a pessoa que estava falando merda não tinha base nenhuma teológica e eu, que sou ateu agnóstico, tinha mais base do que ele. Enfim, foi uma discussão mais ou menos assim.
Okay, okay. Good example. Uh, it looks like everything comes down to religion. Uh, Right, Matheus?
Yes. It's a
Go ahead
difficult
with
topic.
this question.
Yes, so I I have this one, the religion or politics, but one of the beliefs my parents always passed to me was that after finishing school, I had to go to the college and chose a traditional course like a, I don't know, business or law. So I started studying law, and I went to halfway, halfway. Yes, true. But I couldn't continue because I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It's very bad for me. It's very boring. Then I had to explain to my dad in that April that's doing something that's, I don't know, that's doing to something we don't like isn't good for us. And it was a calm conversation uh, with my daddy, and he understood. It was nice because now with my younger sister, things are different. He learned from this experience with me, and it's a good experience for me. And it's a difficult, but it's a great experience for me because now I do with I do uh, what I like it, and everything's okay. So that's it.
Okay, thank you, Matheus. And what about you, Lucas?
For me, I didn't having a religions discussions because, in my opinion, religion is not something to be discussed, only respected. But I remember a time in the work when I had to defend my belief that decisions should be based on facts and data, not just intuitions. For example, my team has planned marketing campaign based in human resource, and some college wanted to choose idea based only in one to filter rights. I explained it that using customer research and the past campaign results would give us a better chance of success. It's just challenge because I had to listen do then opinions and to show my points clearly. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Lucas. In my case, the most common example that I can give about this situation, it's not discussions but questions surrounded by my decision to be a vegetarian. I've been a vegetarian for almost 15 years now. And from time to time, I have to answer a few questions about why I am vegetarian. So uh, I don't feel like it's a time to defend uh, this maybe my one of my strongest beliefs in discussions, but I try to explain that are different ways, views about deciding to be vegetarian or vegan or any of these variations. And basically, basically because if you believe that it's more moral or ethics for your life, or if you believe that it's good for your health or good for the planet, the environment. So basically, these are the three paths that you can choose to answer why you decide to take this decision. And I explained these 3 point of views for the same question. So it's not exactly a moment that I have to defend because I don't try to convince anyone to do anything about their lives in general. But I try to at least explain why it makes sense to me uh, to be a vegetarian. Life goes on. So that's the most common thing that I have to answer when I meet new people. If I'm going to a restaurant with some family, friends, or different people that I don't know yet, or when for any reason, I say that I am vegetarian. So uh, that's the most common scenario to relate it to this question. Okay, let's jump to question number 5. Going to ask you now, let me see, you, Lucas. Could you read and answer the question number 5, please?
Yeah. Do you think it is truly possible to change another person's core belief with a logical argument? Why not? I think in the most cases, not immediately. Core beliefs are tied to identity, emotions, and deep experience. A logical argument can open the door to reflections, but deep change usually happens gradually through experience, consistent examples, or internal questionings, not just in rational reason. Oh God, raciocínio racional. Yeah.
Did you have any kind of situation that you, um, let me see, you have to dissuadir. I have no idea how to say this in English. A person because you really believe that the decision or this belief that a specific person had about something was so wrong that you try to convince the other way.
Oh, yeah. A silly example. I believe in, I don't know pronunciation in English. I believe in premonição, and the person wants to show that they not exist.
I'm curious now to hear about how feasible and why do we really need to worry about this?
Foi tão específico que não dá pra lembrar de tudo.
Okay, good example. Thank you, Lucas, and you, Matheus.
Yes, it depends on the person. Many people are not very logical. I think beliefs go beyond logical thoughts. They are often the pillars that shape someone since childhood, for example. I think is that for me, I have one experience with my family. For example, I have one person. I have a uncle. My uncle, I like so much with him. Uh, I love it, but it's a difficult person because uh, he's a very smart guy and knows about philosophy and religion and everything. But when it comes to help the people close to them, they don't help, and it's difficult. I just I try to have a conversation with him, but it's not a good not it's a good conversation, but it's difficult to I don't know, to show what happens around him. So it's a deep conversation, but there are there are many person. It's not a logical person, so that's it.
Something came to my mind while you was answered. Do you believe sometimes older people, especially um, relatives, uh, they uh, they are not prone to listen what younger people has to say about something, and because of this they feel like, oh, this little guy has no experience in life as much as I have, so I know things better. I have more experience in life to understand. Do you believe this happens in this kind of conversations?
Yes, I believe, but it's some different because he's a lot of um, eu não sei falar isso em inglês, mas ele tipo, tem bastante traumas, assim, acho que na infância e tal. E I think that traumas stopped him in some situations, and he's think a lot, but in action he stopped his freezing. So it's kind of a different situation, but I believe it too. The older person not to listen younger guy.
Okay, very nice. Thank you, Mateus, and you, Fabio. What's your view on this?
I think it can happen, but it's rare. Many benefits are linked to emotion, experience, and deep values, not just logic. So even if arguments make sense, a person will change if they're emotionally open to it. I think this.
And do you have a specific story about a moment that you felt like you needed to try, at least try to uh, deconstruct from your view something that was wrong about this person's belief?
In my case, no, but I chosen. Não, eu já ouvi these stories with my friends about the politics. But I don't. I never. This never aconteceu comigo, por exemplo.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Fábio. Personally, it kind of has to do with the previous answer from me. Uh, Not that I truly believe that I can change another person's mind or core belief, but I believe we can spread the seeds, and if someday people has some kind of personal experience involved with the topic that you try the person to convince or to just to show how important is this view that you have. If this person has an experience about what you said, I believe it's possible to change this core belief. Otherwise, it's very hard because if the person is not being how to say that, confronted from a real situation about what you said, it's his or she's not going to change her mind or his mind because the situation is the same. So, for example, you always you told a lot how hard it is to change or discuss about politics in general. So if this person doesn't have an experience that made at least him or her to rethink about this belief, it's very difficult to change a behavior, a belief, a core mentally. So about anything in life. So thinking about this question, I believe that the person has to walk through specific experiences in their lives to rethink about their beliefs. Otherwise, uh, they are not going to change what they think about uh, everything actually. So that's my view on this. So let's go to, I believe, the last question that for today's immersion. I'm going to ask you, Mateus, to read an answer for us.
Okay, the number six, right?
6.
Okay. So let's talk about it. Limiting beliefs, the things we believe we cannot do. What is a common limit belief that you think holds many people back in life? So when I read the question, I think in money. I see that many times we think money is bad or very hard to get. I know that's part true, especially in hard to get. But when we learn it is in childhood, for example, it influences a lot how we learn it and affect us even as adults. So I think is that it's a limited belief, because when you get older and you are adults, we get to, I don't know, take a job where and have a profession where, and you get to, I don't know, take a salary, a good salary, or it's not only uh, for bad things. It's a wrong ways, and it's there is a way, and you get a money in it's a right way, for example. I think it's that.
Okay, thank you, Matheus. And you, Lucas, what do you think about this?
For me, a classic example is I'm not capable. Many people sabotage themselves before even trying something new, believing they lack talent, intelligence, or luck. This kind of be- belief limits choice, opportunities, and the personal growth, even when the person has the potential or resources to succeed. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Lucas. And you, Fabio?
For me, many people sabotage themselves before every trying, believing they don't have enough the talent or intelligence. This prevent them from taking the first step and discovering their true potential in practice. I think this.
Yeah, well, I agree with every one of you. I just add that maybe all these limiting beliefs, they can be perceived if you starting to seek for self-knowledge, and at the same time if you starting to go to therapy. So I think these activities helps a lot to this kind of activities helps a lot to uh, understand about yourself and deconstruct these limiting beliefs. So maybe it all comes down to self-knowledge and understand what are your weak points and strong points, things that you believe that it's a weak point from you, but actually is not, or even is a strong. I can give an example about myself. I always thought myself as a non-creative person, but today I think the opposite. I think I'm a very creative person, and it took years to understand that. So a lot of self improvement, self understanding about me to see this feature about me. So it was a very strong limiting belief that I had in the until recent years. So yeah, that's my take on that. All right, guys. Unfortunately, our time is over. It was a really nice interview, I believe. At least I enjoyed a lot. I hope eh, I was able to uh, force a little bit you to answer these tough questions. It wasn't an easy topic to discuss, but I believe the takeaways are good. So,
Yes, great top. It's funny because I didn't remind the I don't know significado de belief, crenças. Então, foi um bom tópico que eu pude relembrar e o que realmente seria. Obrigado.
Very good, very good. Any final thoughts?
Sorry, I don't understand. Any final thoughts?
Thoughts, pensamentos finais, conclusões.
Ah, ok. Eu já fiz aqui uma pose para uma foto.
Not
Eu já
today.
tava aqui, ó. É nóis. I,
But
I like the
we
immersion.
can take this print. I like the idea. I'm going to post this on LinkedIn and I'm going to
Nice,
mark
nice.
tag everyone of you. So prepare for the photo. So 3, 2, 1. Okay,
Peraí,
so
peraí. Edita minha foto. Não era pra fazer sinal, não. Vou tirar outra rápido.
right now, go,
Yes.
go, go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So
Thank
thank you
you.
very much, guys. Hope to